Mattboy46 here with some World of Tanks. Yeah, so today is St. Patrick's Day, and as you can see here, I have bought the Connor. The angry Connor, I should say. I mean, that leprechaun looks pretty angry. But anyway, so, what is this tank? Well, it's barely been out for 24 hours, I believe. And it is a Tier 5 premium British tank. For any of you who play the normal World of Tanks or are just very well known in tanks, this is of course the Archer. It has a custom skin. That's what's up with the barrel of beer on the back. At least I assume that's beer. I mean, it is St. Patrick's Day and, you know, Irish. And the leprechaun and the green. So yeah. How much is this tank? Well, if you go to the store, this tank originally was only $11.99, which is how much I got it for. But after 24 hours, which it didn't give me the 1,000 gold, it just gave me the tank with the garage slot. So yeah, no, there's that. But you know, they boosted up the price to $17, and now you get the Archer plus a slot, plus 1,000 gold, plus 3 days of premium. So I think it is worth it, especially with how this tank plays. I've only played 2 or 3 games in it, and I already have almost 3,000 experience. So, you know, if I can do well in a tank at the very beginning, it must be a good tank. So, let's check out its stats. Of course, because it is a tank destroyer, it doesn't have a turret, and it gets a tier 7 gun. The gun 0QF, or OQF, 17-pounder AT gun Mark 7. I'm not sure if this gun is on any other tanks. It might be, but I'm not entirely sure. This does look like the same gun the Comet, Centurion, and Cromwell have. I believe it is. But anyway, let's check it out. This gun does 12 rounds a minute. This thing pumps out shells really quickly. Actually, let me check this. Tech tree, because this is gonna bug me. Yes, there's a sale. Cromwell. No. Cromwell gets the Hickers. Comet gets the 77mm gun Mark II. Yeah. And Centurion gets the... Or Centurion can use. Yeah, not compatible. Mark II. Yes! So it gets the gun the Centurion has. With a worse rate of fire. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it's got a slightly worse rate of fire, for, like, 1 round less a minute. But, anyway, it's still a really good gun. It has 171mm of penetration, and that increases by 50mm with the APCR. High explosive, of course, is only going to have 20mm of penetration, because high explosive, it's not meant to really get in there. I don't think this can penetrate the Hellcat. It might. But it does 160 average damage, which is pretty good for a tier 5. It's about average, I believe. 160 again with the armor piercing composite rigid. What is wrong with me? I cannot talk. And 200 with high explosive. So it's pretty standard as far as the gun goes. Nothing really special about it. It does have a very quick aiming time of 1.9 seconds, and only a dispersion of 0.36. So you can snipe with this tank and still hit weak spots. What else? This tank has 192 horsepower. This engine is very important. I will talk about this again in a little bit. Yeah, I'll talk about this again in a little bit because this tank is special when it comes to the engine. Let's see. Suspension. It has a 45 degree a second track traverse, and that's about it. I'm not entirely sure how much of the gun can crap, what's it called? How much lateral movement the gun has, but from what I've been looking at, it looks like about 30 degrees from here to here. Well, from here to here. So it does have good, like very good, uh, lateral movement. As far as elevation and depression goes, it's only going to have a depression of maybe 1 or 2 degrees. It doesn't have very good depression at all, gun depression. And of course, because there's no turret, you can't angle it over the side like you can in the RU-251, which actually has a better gun depression over the side than it does over the front. Anyway, what else about this tank? Oh yes, the engine, which is right here, is mounted backwards. So, for those of you that don't know much about this tank, it's the best tip is drive this thing in reverse. Drive it like this. Because driving it like this, you can reach upwards of 31 kilometers an hour. Whereas driving it what seems to be forward, it's only going to reach 15, 17 kilometers an hour at max. Yeah, so not much to do with the engine. And with such a good track traverse, which you could actually add never mind, there's nothing to increase your track traverse. So it does have pretty good track traverse, so you can afford to drive this thing backwards and then just quickly turn around and point your gun at the enemy. It's also good for if you need to escape, you can drive backwards while still firing at the enemy, which not a single tank destroyer in the game can do effectively. What else? As far as armor goes, it's not great. I mean, it does get 600 hit points, or HP, but it only has a frontal hull armor of 20 millimeters. Well, all around, really. It's only 20 millimeters. So, nothing good is gonna... Yeah, nothing really great's gonna come about the armor. What else? This is definitely a tank that you should stay back and snipe with. You do not want to get in close combat. However, if a tank does flank around you, it is not that hard to get him away, because he can't really pull up to the side and just pump shots into you, because if he does, you can just reverse, turn, and put some shots into him the entire time. Kind of like what happens to a lot of people in the Jagdpanzer 4. If you try to just pull up next to this tank's track traverse is actually so good that in my Cromwell, I could not circle him. I could not just pull up on him. I had to continuously circle around, and even still, the guy I was facing managed to kill me because the track traverse is just that good. They actually had to nerf the Hetzer for the same reason. I mean, that armor at tier 4 with that track traverse, the only way to kill is to get around the side, and a lot of people couldn't. But the Angry Connor has the same thing. I mean, just reverse and keep reversing in a turn, and you should be good. There's nothing else about this tank I really need to say, so let's get into a battle. Alright, so here we are in battle. I have to make sure I don't cover the microphone with my hand like I've done in previous videos. I might want to turn down the sound because that might be too high. Yeah, as you can tell, not going very fast, so I'm going to want to turn this around and drive like this. This has to look so weird to anyone who hasn't seen this thing before. I mean, driving backwards in a tank is actually faster than driving forwards. And, of course, if you don't run into walls, I can't fit through there. Okay, then. Let's just go this way. Don't show them your... I'm faster this way. Yeah, kind of expected someone to do something like that. I kind of expected my team to go up a little further here, so I didn't intend to be on the front lines, but I'm backing off right now. And I'm just going to wait for them to spot everything, and then I'm going to go in and help clean up. Clean up, that implies that we're going to be doing well. I can't shoot him, so we need to get into a different position. Wow, I hit 30 going forward. That's surprising, to say the least. That leopard's dead. There's no way he's making out of that alive. This tank is really weird because you don't want to get up close, but at the same time, the only way to, get where your team is to drive backwards, which of course, well, in this tank I guess it doesn't really matter about frontal armor, just where your gun is and if you can get shots on them. Turn around, and now we can start taking shots. Crap, that's it. And this is where reversing is faster than going forward will come in handy. Alright, good. He's dead. Made a bit of a mistake there. I'm now one shot for most things. I believe that Lux can multiple shot me with one clip, or magazine, however you want to say it. I'm not exactly the best as far as guns go. Can we take a shot at him? Yes, we can, if I just found out how to lead, and I think I'm covering my microphone again. Come on. One of you two, pull out. Come on, just a little more. Oh my god, looks. Oh, are you really? Really? Come on. That's one hit. We're instantly spotted. Doesn't really matter. Reload's good enough. And he's dead. Without getting a single shot on us. That was pretty good. And now it's just taking care of him. The M3 Lee's a one-shot, but all it is me and the DW2. I can one-shot the M3 Lee. I believe the DW2 can if he hits. I don't remember how accurate his gun is. Not very, I don't think. Oh, crap. Oh, snapshot. That's where the accuracy of this tank really helps. Now, get out of here. Don't want to get hit by the T-14. I haven't really played Tier 5 in a while, so I'm not too sure how each tank is. Like, the lowest I've played is Tier 6. And even then, I was mostly in Tier 5 games. I'm not entirely sure what to do here. I mean, I don't want to be a one-shot, and I'm not sure my gun can penetrate his armor. Okay, it can. That's nice to know. Don't point your gun this way. Fire at him. No, 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 no. Don't point it this way. Don't point it this way. Well, I'm dead. Oh, thank you! GG, that was a good game. And I think I covered my mic like 4 or 5 times in that entire battle. Oh, God, this video is gonna be weird. So, Mastery Badge 3rd class, not bad at all. Did 1,153 damage, got 24,000 credits, and destroyed 2 tanks. Not bad at all. Yeah, the only one who really did better than me was the Leopard. So that's this tank in the hands of an inexperienced player. I would actually like to see how a very experienced player would do. Shots fired 9, 8 of them hit, 8 of them penetrated. I don't remember, when did I take a shot and it missed? I'm not entirely sure. Damage 4, killed 2 of them. Yeah, damage caused with my assistance, or someone else's assistance, 162. Received 3 hits, so, you know. Yeah, that's about it, though. Nothing really fancy about this. It is a good tank, though, and I do quite like it. But I don't see myself playing in this too much. This is a tank I will use if I stop playing for a while and I need to get back into tank destroyers. Because I'd say this is more challenging to play than maybe a Jagdpanzer IV. And you may be hearing my little sister now watching videos. Great. But anyway, that's it for now, and see you guys next time. Peace out. I don't know what she's watching.